Yeah, so that's really interesting. So you talked about, obviously, you talk about this as being a mistake, but inherently there was a need, but it was a solitary need. And I know that with serviced accommodation, I love the phrase which comes from Nat from the Right Property Group, is multiple and consistent streams of demands, and that's what's really key. So just having one event in Edinburgh is not going to keep everyone eating and all of those kind of things. So what you saw is you found that there was an issue, and then what a lot of people do, don't they, is they jump on booking.com, Airbnb, and they're solely reliant on that, which is incredibly frightening. And I've actually been following all the amazing work that sort of Boostly and Mark Simpson do about really raising us as a group of SA providers to have some power, so they don't do this. And you've done exactly that. You've gone away. But what I'm picking out here is this change from basically going into January and having a massive loss-making business, and within 45 days changing that around. So just from a general perspective, what did it take for you guys? Because you could have just literally gone, oh, this is it, it's all gone wrong, oh, we're failures, we can't carry on, and we better take our 6-month break clause and just hand them back, and maybe we'll do something else. What was it that enabled you to take what seemingly must have been massive action? It sounded like there was a lot of, perhaps brainstorming, masterminding. Was it kind of like a path that you took, or was it literally like, boom? How did that kind of 45 days look for you?
Yeah, quite nail biting, to be honest. It was, Sen and I are both very driven people. We both have young families, very young at that time. I'd literally just had twins, and it was kind of a sink or swim kind of moment for us. We knew we both had a passion for property, we both had a passion for business, and we had a strong belief that in ourselves, failure wasn't an option. It did take digging deep. It took some big hours. It took long days, early mornings, late nights. I guess one of the biggest things that kept us driving was the fact that we were part of a strong mastermind at the time. We had invested in our education. We had invested in being a part of a group to support, stretch us, challenge our thinking. And it was probably, as well as the sort of strong benefit you have of being in a business partnership, being able to bounce ideas off each other. And, if one's feeling down, if one's feeling sort of, I guess, unmotivated, or not necessarily unmotivated, but just feeling like, oh man, this is just really, really hard work. You can pull each other along. And, but knowing that we had young families that we were ultimately building this business to support, that was the really strong why, having that why, the why behind the why, to really keep us pushing. That was a huge inspiration. I've got 3 little girls, Sen's got 3 little boys who, everything that we do is to basically create a life on our terms. And, at the time I had a really busy main contracting business. Sen was building up a software business, and they were just really high stress businesses. That while you get some enjoyment out of them, they weren't what we wanted to do long term. It wasn't what our sort of focus was for our lives going forward. So knowing what we could achieve with property, seeing other people that were just a few steps ahead of us that have achieved it, that really helped us dig deeper and push through that dark January. But apart from that, it was the buzz. When you're at the early stages of any business, it's the buzz of like finding something that works. Okay, that doesn't work. Great, let's move on. Let's take the lessons from it. Let's move on to the next thing. And that's business, isn't it? No matter what business you're in, you try something. Either it works or it doesn't. If it doesn't work, move on, try the next thing. Use the lessons, take them as important learns, and then apply them to the next thing. Every mistake you make is an opportunity to do something better the next time. So, yeah, I don't think we really got down in the dumps during that January. It was a bit of a squeaky bum month, I'm not going to lie, but we had income from our other properties or from our other businesses, and we just knew we were going to make it work. So we just had to re-up, assess what we were doing, what had worked, what hadn't worked, and go again, and just keep pushing. And getting the right steer from our mentors at the time, that was huge. We had Paul Smith and Aniko in our corner, they were just pushing us, like Paul's sending your thinking sky high and Anniko's giving you the systems behind it to make it all happen. So, they were an incredible inspiration for us at the time, and just being in a really strong community, that really helped us, being around other people that are going through similar things. That always helps you when you get to talk it through and get other people's, ideas and take on things.
Amazing.